1969 is really about an era when I grew up and when I did things like surfing at the beach, hiking in the woods. And this car, I think, really embodies that kind of outdoors, go for it kind of spirit, much in a way that you don't get in a contemporary car. When I made the choice of what car to buy, it was first and foremost about it being a convertible, to be outside and to be outdoors. There are a lot of Alfa Romeos to choose from, but this one is both about the era, 1969, but it's also one that has an allure to design as well. Design is really what I am. I'm a designer first and foremost, so design is what makes me motor. This car really fits into that. There are really three features that I love about it. One is the kind of pointed nose at the front of the car. The other is the kind of boat tail in the back. It has feelings of nautical look to it. It's beautiful to look at when you're driving the car out the back. And then the third thing is the inside. The dashboard is really distinct. It's really 1960s with its color. In choosing a color, most Alfa Romeos are red, but I'm an eccentric. I like something a little bit different. So the green really appeals to me because I love nature, I love being outside, and it's also a really special car. It's one that people recognize and they recognize as being distinct. For me, the thing about this car is being able to drive it and being able to drive it a lot. I put on maybe 5,000 miles a year, and I drive with clients to job sites, and I go places that other people wouldn't do with a super clean classic car. The beauty of the Alfa Romeo Duetto is that it's interchangeable. This car came in with 1600 cc's, it morphed to 1750 cc's. This car right now has a 2000 cc engine, the classic Alfa Romeo engine. That's a 20% increase of engine power, and then it's got racing cams in addition to that. And it's light, it's 2,000 pounds, it's rear-wheel drive, and so it really sticks the road. So when you drive it through these beautiful curves, it just fills you. All the parts are accessible. They're all accessible very quickly. And so at the end of the day, it's really not that hard to maintain. Yes, I've been stranded on the side of the road, but not that many times. The interior of this car is really special. First of all, it feels a little bit like you're flying a plane. It kind of pulls around you. And when you look in the mirror, it's just really terrific. I mean, you get this kind of vista out the back of the car, and you see the kind of smooth, round line of the back of a boat tail. On the outside of the car, being a designer, I was really interested in getting back to the original clay model look of this car. And the clay model had a real sculpted quality to it, so I removed all the badges, simplified and took off all the kind of side lights to try to get back to the original form of the car. In regard to the outside of the car, there are a couple changes that I did to kind of turn back the clock. One is to put the kind of traditional European plastic headlight covers on the car. I think it looks spectacular. Otherwise, I tried to keep it relatively simple. think the thing about a car like this is if you've owned it for a decade, you have all these like wonderful memories. Going surfing with your son, getting an ice cream with the family, driving a twisty road with clouds overhead. It's all those experiences that are all packed into the compartment. So a lot of those notes that I get are like, do you want to sell the car? And the answer is no. I've just gone through another restoration, and so the car is ready for another decade or more. My name is Keith Helmetag, and I drive a 1969 Alfa Romeo convertible.